How to elevate your style the French way. Today I am talking all things Sézane, but in particular reviewing their Gary Maxi bag and styling it with all my French inspired outfits. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydia and I am a style educator aiming to help you maximize your everyday wardrobe with tips, outfit ideas, and just sharing my general love of fashion. So who better to talk about French chic with than Sézane? They have been a partner of mine for many years now and they never fail when it comes to their quality, but also their distinctive design that really sets them apart. I feel like you can spot a Sézane piece if somebody's wearing it. I'll know it's from Sézane because of their very distinct style. So today I'm going to be showing you lots of these French inspired, like kind of casual looks. So let's get into the first look, which I'm calling alpine chic. This is what I'm going for today with this kind of slightly Fair Isle type of jumper. But before we get into the outfit, let's break down the new Gary Maxi bag. So the Gary bag comes in two different sizes. So this is the Maxi, which I think is a really, really nice size for a sort of everyday bag. This is one of those pieces that I think you could work for the office, but also for casual as well. It does come in different finishes. So this is the suede in the choco, but it also comes in smooth leather too. So depending on what you're looking for, you can find different colors and different finishes. The suede one just really caught my eye and I thought it would be really nice to style with lots of different pieces. So this is manufactured in their Portuguese atelier and it really is beautiful craftsmanship. I think if you've had Sézane pieces, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's lots of merits to this bag, and one I think is that it sits really nicely on the shoulder. Sometimes, especially in winter, they don't quite fit on the shoulder well, especially if you're wearing something bulkier like a knit like this. But this one sits really, really nicely on the shoulder, and it's also, for a big bag that's very practical, it's relatively flat against the body, so you don't feel like you're kind of sticking your arm out like this to fit a great big heavy bag underneath. And that said as well, it's also pretty lightweight, so you're not carrying around that extra weight of the bag. This one has tons of room inside as well as a zip pocket for a little bit of extra safety. And it's just finished ever so subtly with the gold detail, but because it is so subtle, you can mix your metals with this. So I've styled it with the Le Crop jeans, and these are in a really nice creamy, and I love a lighter color jean in winter. It adds a brightness to your look, especially if you're wearing something a little bit darker on top, like this knit. So this is mostly an alpaca wool, but it also has a merino running through it too. And it's this beautiful olivey shade, but it's got the kind of tones of brown in, which allows you to wear it with darker tones of brown, but also lighter tones of brown as well. So I think a really useful one. And as I say, very alpine chic, cozy winter staycation. It's casual, but just brings a little bit of something extra. Okay, so as I was talking about a little bit more of a workwear look, I wanted to show this outfit. I am loving a cropped trouser at the moment, in case you've not already noticed. I've spoken a lot about cropped jeans, but I've also worn a few renditions of cropped trousers. I think they're really cool and they look a little bit different in winter if you wanted to. If it was a bit colder where you are, then you could wear it with a tight fitting boot as well. I've just gone for a low slingback kitten heel. I mean, this can almost make like a kind of desk to dinner look because it looks very chic and elevated, especially with the gorgeous Sézane jewelry. They do jewelry so well. If you haven't checked out their jewelry, it's actually one of my favorite sections on their whole website. They've got some beautiful, really statement but easy to wear pieces. So definitely go and have a look at their jewelry selection. I've got these gorgeous earrings on and then this incredible bracelet as well, which is so eye-catching. And I love to pair more statement pieces like this or use the accessories to elevate simple pieces like a cropped black trouser with a collarless shirt. And with Sézane, it's all about the details. So we have the bow tie sleeve, which just makes all the difference. And then the collarless shirt effect, it feels just a little bit different from what we usually expect. And I think it pairs with the Gary Maxi so nicely. As I said, especially if you're, at meetings, doing things in the day that require something a bit more formal, but then you've got your easy evening look as well. So you can pop your jewelry inside your Gary bag and then just pop it on if you're going out for drinks after work. So yeah, I really, really love this whole look. It feels very classic, but also got points of interest and little bits of twists in it. Okay, I love a double denim look, and I really like the way these two pieces complement each other. So this shirt is 100% organic cotton. It feels incredibly soft and easy to wear. I really like the relaxed fit of it. If you wanted to, you could put like a fine roll neck underneath and you could wear this with boots. I did just want to kind of show the outfit as it was and the pieces as they were, but that's how I would style it for colder weather. I've then finished it off with some brown accessories, and of course the Gary Maxi bag goes perfectly with denim. I love this kind of chocolatey shade with a mid denim. I think it works so nicely. It looks chic, it looks casual at the same time, and I think that's what French style really is all about. It's creating that chic look that feels quite effortless and not too dressy. I also had this red knit, which I actually think looked quite cool just over the shoulders. I think the red with the denim and the brown actually works really nicely, and it just gives it a pop of something extra. I know a lot of people say I don't wear much colour, but every now and again, a little pop of red I think is really nice. I have a red cardigan, which is like my one bright piece in my wardrobe. And I do wear it quite a lot actually. So I thought this jumper might be really useful. And I think it sits so nicely with the denim and the gold as well. So yeah, just another easy, casual, French inspired look. I am obsessed with this coat. This is 100% wool. It fits so nicely. I love the chic, slight kind of funnel neck, but it's not the funnel neck in a sort of trend-led sense. It's just like a high neck. So very, very, very classic. The wool feels beautiful to wear. Also the shape of it I think is really nice. To have a shorter coat option is very, very useful. And there's something about this that feels very smart. I think it's because it feels a little bit jackety. And also because of the shape, you can kind of layer really nicely underneath too. So I've just got this plain black knit under, and then I've paired it with these trousers, which are also wool. These are a really lovely colour. I think they're called taupe on their website. They're really, really nice grey beige shade, so very versatile. Then I've paired it with this fine belt, also from Sézane, and finished it off with my bag. And I think the contrast with the brown and the other neutrals looks really nice. It's kind of the 3-colour rule here. I think the bag also adds a little bit more of a modern feel to a very classic, timeless outfit. And I do think this is one of those looks, again, you could take from desk to dinner. You could definitely wear this in a workwear environment, but also if you just needed a smarter daytime look, this is so chic. I feel very elegant and put together in this whole outfit. So I actually think this next look looks very French chic and timeless. I've gone back to the collarless shirt from earlier to give a pop of white underneath the black, because I've kept the coat on, and then added in this really cute leather skirt. And I think like a mini skirt and boots like this does have quite a classic timeless feel depending on what you pair it with. So I think by keeping the rest of your pieces quite simple and timeless, it gives it that French twist. And then the bag again just gives it that little pop, and I feel like it's doing that with every single outfit, just adding in that contrast that's needed with the outfits. It's noticeable but still wearable and versatile, and goes with all these different pieces that I'm showing, from leather skirts to jeans and trousers, different styles of boots, and also different occasions as well. So yeah, I really love this overall look actually. And then I did just have to show this shirt because it is so pretty. It has got a gold detail button at the top, but also on these really beautiful deep cuffs. So I think if you're looking for a special shirt, especially around the Christmas period, where maybe you're wearing like a fancier trouser or just want something a little bit more elevated, then this shirt with the button detail is just so beautiful. It's so well made, as are all of Sézane's pieces. I paired it with these longer wide leg jeans. I like how these feel quite formal because they're quite a simple wash. They're not like a two-tone wash. They're very much one color and it's this dark denim. It gives it a bit more of a formal, sophisticated feel, and I think really nice with the shirt and the bag. And then if you wanted to, I actually have this gorgeous gray knit to complete my final outfit. So I'm gonna put this on over the top of the shirt. This is such a beautiful shape and fit. It is made out of 100% farmed yak wool. It does feel beautiful, very, very, very soft. But I think what's particularly nice about this is the way it fits. So the sleeves are almost like a bat wing. They gather around the cuffs, and I really like the effect layered with the shirt underneath. It just gives it a pop of something and makes the jumper feel a bit more interesting. And I also really like the way this neck falls. It's like, you could do it as a normal roll neck, but I actually think just kind of ruched up like this looks really cool. It looks great with the jeans. It looks great with the Gary bag. And I just wanted to show as well how grey and brown look really, really nice together. It's possibly a colour combination that people don't think of that much, but grey and brown together work so well. Again, it feels French chic because it doesn't feel trend-led as such, but it's got those little details like the cuff popping out. It feels casual with the jeans, but there's something effortlessly chic about the whole look. So those are all my Sézane pieces. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. They will be linked below as usual. I actually sized up in most of these pieces. So I got the equivalent of a UK 10 or an EU 38 in most of the pieces. I think sometimes Sézane does run a little bit small, particularly with trousers. So I would say size up in the trousers if you're not sure or if you're not a definite size. And I also think like to have knitwear that's a little bit slouchy works really nicely too. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and I will see you in my next one. Bye.